Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bubble Club podcast. I'm here with my co-star, Evan. Now I'll let Evan talk for a bit
Yes,
now,
it
so you can
is
hear his
me,
lovely voice as
Evan,
well.
and I'm here with Boom.
Evan. Yeah. So we have a whole bunch of different topics in today's episode. This is episode 7 of the Bubble Club podcast, which is kind of crazy to think, but that we have actually 7 episodes already
I
recorded.
know.
We'll probably have one more, and that'll probably be the last episode for this season. And we'll start season 2 after we take a break in December and January.
Yep.
So
And
be
yeah,
excited
that
for
is
that,
the
guys.
plan.
And
And
for
season
those,
2, we're going to try to bring some
yeah, and
cool
for
new
those,
stuff.
yeah, there's a lot of cool things that should be better for audio quality than videos and everything. So hopefully it works out well.
And also
But
something
yeah,
we're
be ready
trying
for
new.
season 2, guys.
Yes, something we're trying new for today is we're actually trying we have video of ourselves actually recording the podcast now on YouTube, as well as actual gameplay of us playing a game. If you can go to YouTube to watch either one of those now, which is pretty cool. So if you're able to, definitely go over to YouTube to watch this.
Yes, so as you guys can see right here now, you can see me in the cameras. That's crazy. Whoa.
And you can see me.
Whoa, you can actually see
Whoa.
me. Hello, everyone.
It is pretty
Whoa, that's
crazy.
amazing. That's so
I
cool.
know.
Yeah, I'd be mind
Anyways,
blown. uh,
let's hop into the podcast
so
for today. So,
yes, no
Boom, do
more
you want to
about this.
take care of the first topic?
Yes, so I believe I got this source from Nintendo Life. I forget because I saw this article a while ago, so I don't remember all the details. I'll be honest. But Metroid new game leaks for Switch. So new Metroid games could be coming to the Switch soon. So I think this is a pretty cool new game that'll be added, especially since Metroid is a pretty fun game. I've never played it myself, but I've heard lots of people saying it's a fun game, and I do feel like it would be fun for me too. So this is gonna be really cool because this will help me maybe get into the franchise bit, and yeah, so I think this is pretty good. What about you, Evan?
Yeah, I think this will be pretty good. I know a lot of people on Twitch who like Metroid a lot, so a new Metroid game is probably going to be pretty popular, similar to how Mario 3D All Stars was. It's not quite the fan base, but there are a lot of people who like Metroid. So a new game, Metroid game on the Switch would also be pretty awesome. And I don't know, we'll
Mm-hmm.
see if that comes out soon because there is also a new Zelda coming out, right? Or a Hyrule
Mm-hmm.
Warriors or something like that. So, and
Yeah, I think I've heard about that too. So
next year is also Zelda year, so we'll see what sort of happens with all the new games coming out, first party games from Nintendo.
yeah, like this is gonna be pretty epic. That all these new things. I do feel like, as you said, there is probably a smaller place for Metroid, but again, since they're releasing a new game, this guy should expand the fan base a little bit more. So eventually it could be small, but eventually it could be really big. So hey, we'll wait
Yeah,
for that.
I think
So
so.
next up we have yeah. So next up we have the Switch now has sold more copies than the NES, which is the second most sold Nintendo console, I believe. Here, if my thing is accurate. So that's kind of crazy. Like that's kind of cool. So first of all, so many copies sold of the Switch. So many people will be able to get Metroid. So it's kind of all kinds of pretty arguments there. So I think this is really cool how the Switch has sold so much and how Nintendo's actually doing well from the Wii U days. Because let's be honest here, the Wii U kind of was a bit meh.
Yes,
so
and we're all
yeah, what do you think
thankful.
about that, Evan?
We're all thankful that Nintendo didn't go bankrupt for sure. Cuz we got this awesome new
Yes.
console, the Switch, and I think it rightfully has deserved that place of getting more sold copies than the NES. And the NES was a pretty good console
Hmm.
for its time, and so is the Switch. So I think it makes sense that so many people have bought them. And like compared to other past Nintendo consoles, I know so many people who actually own a Switch who haven't really
Hmm.
owned other consoles in the past, or just more owned PlayStations and Xboxes and things like that.
Hmm. Yeah, the Switch has lots of exclusives, so I feel like this is a really, really good place for a lot of people to start. Getting into Nintendo while still being fans of PS4 and um, Xbox One, right? So this is a pretty good idea, and it's just a really unique concept too because it can switch and go. Like I thought, like how the Switch it can pick up of its dock and move around. I thought you could do that with the Wii U. I'm gonna be honest. The
Yeah,
advertising kind of pointed
that's what
out
a
to me, and
lot of
I
people
thought,
were thinking, and it was a really big disappointment when
yeah.
that actually didn't happen.
And then sh- shortly, I realized that I couldn't even go to the next room to play when I'm going to the toilet because
Yeah.
everyone wants to play video games on the toilet. Come on, man.
Oh,
Like,
of course.
let me
Of
quote Joe Biden
course.
there. I'm sorry. But yeah, like honestly,
It is
they
kind of
I really
sad
wish
that you
that.
can like you can't even move. You have to stay in the same room. And a lot of people like thought
Mhm.
you could move and stuff. So when they found out that you couldn't, it was like, well, why would I buy this? Like just stick with my
Mhm.
Wii, right? Cuz the Wii everyone had a Wii. Well, a lot of people had
Yeah,
a Wii.
the Wii U had so many issues, guys. Probably not gonna talk about them all here, but hey, the Switch solved a lot of those issues. It's kind of like the better Wii U. The only thing I wish now is that they can maybe make it so you can use Nintendo Lights, Nintendo Switch Lights as a controller for your regular Switch. Because I'd also have the game, yeah, the game tablet thing too, right? I honestly think it would. I mean,
If they did do that, that would be really cool, I think. Cuz like
yeah, I think it'd be
it would
really
be like
epic.
a
Like,
Wii U, but then it's also like that'd be really cool. That's a really good idea.
I know I've been saying this. I think I've said it in past podcast episodes too, but I really want Nintendo to do that because then they can have all the Wii U features in the Switch. The Wii U had really good games concepts because of that gamepad, right? Like you could do multiplayer games where someone could see the TV and then you could see the gamepad. You'd be like hunting them down because you're invisible, right? And they'd be freaking out doing puzzles on the main
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
a lot of these concepts are actually really cool, and they could implement these on the Switch if they did was let you use Nintendo Switch Lite as a controller for your regular Switch. Plus, if Nintendo likes money, it would be quite a bit more money because I'd possibly maybe buy a Nintendo Switch Lite for that. So
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know.
If there's a big upside of the Wii U, it is that there were those options for games, and Nintendo took advantage of that a lot in first party games. And of course, with every console in their first party games, they always take advantage of the special features of that console. But if we could have that idea back, like that was probably one of the biggest great things about the Wii U, just that ability to implement that sort of feature in games.
Yeah, and the Wii wasn't necessarily even a bad console per se. It was just that its marketing wasn't the best. Some of the things, its name wasn't the best. They had some issues getting some other games on there, but overall the console idea was pretty good. But hey, it didn't work out, so gotta learn from the mistakes. And I'd say it was a really good idea. So I'm actually going to move away from what's going on in the schedule here, but I'm gonna move into I think this will be a bit more better transition here. So now for Super Mario 3D All Stars, you can use GameCube controllers, and you can now have the option to invert camera controls. So Evan, I'll let you talk about that because you're a really big fan of Mario games.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be pretty awesome. A lot of people have been wanting this for a while, and having it finally like be a thing is going to be like a big thing cuz like when people first heard about 3D All-Stars, many people were really disappointed when they found out that they couldn't use their GameCube controllers cuz that was like one of the main things people were excited about, right? And
Yeah, for sure.
people aren't used to playing these games without their GameCube controllers,
Hmm.
especially Sunshine. And then we did talk about inverted camera last time. That is another thing they're changing. It's coming with the update, but I figured we'd bring it back up because, well, we forgot to talk about it last time. But 3D All
Hmm.
Stars had a fair number of problems at launch. I think it's safe to say that. And it
Yeah.
was definitely the bare minimum. A lot of people were not happy with the fact that it was just
Hmm.
like Nintendo put as little as they possibly could in order to sell it. And a
Hmm.
lot of people did not like that. Um, but
Yeah.
thankfully, uh we're getting some updates, and hopefully eventually we'll get some like bigger DLC, like maybe Galaxy 2. I'm still holding on hope for that. What do you think, Boom?
Yeah, I think this is a good thing. It also shows that Nintendo is also fine with, giving away updates for free. Because honestly, knowing Nintendo, I was maybe expecting you to be able to pay a little bit of money for this, but hey, honestly, Nintendo's doing it for free, which is a good thing, and Nintendo's trying to improve a bit from what they made. So I think that's a good idea overall. I think that's pretty well good thing. So
Yeah, I do
yeah,
think we have to
I think it's overall
appreciate that
pretty
they
well.
are doing this for free, which isn't always a Nintendo thing to
Yes,
do. So, I it's not much,
for
but at
sure.
least we're getting it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys have a GameCube controller, you guys are welcome to use it, which is a good thing. And this can also maybe bring up some more competition against the dreaded emulators. Let's say. So moving
Yeah.
on from all this now, it's gonna be a completely different thing, guys. Whole bunch of sites went down on November 11th, and I'm sure you guys may have noticed this. YouTube was down. I think Twitch was down. Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, a whole bunch of websites went down. So we just want to mention it because we thought this was really weird. So I'm not sure if there's any news that got brought from it or it was just all coincidence.
Yeah, it
But
was weird cuz
honestly, I
like
think this is pretty crazy.
big sites go well, not big sites, but fairly big sites go down every day, right? And it's common for a bunch of sites to go down like on the single day. But it's not common for a bunch of sites to like big sites like YouTube and Instagram and like a bunch of big sites like that to all go down on the same day. So I saw that that happened, and it was kind of interesting. You know, it
Yeah.
like there's this Twitter account. I'm going to plug them. Why not? Called Down Detector, and it was reporting on all of this. And let me find a list that I made of some of the platforms that went down. But yeah, they just basically say whenever something goes down. And things go down all the time, but not big things like
Yeah. Yeah.
T-Mobile went down in the States.
That's
Google
kind of
Play went
crazy.
down. Like YouTube TV,
Oh yeah,
YouTube
it did.
Music, and YouTube. All of the YouTubes went down.
Yeah.
And like most
Pretty
like
much, guys. For that 3 hours, don't use the internet. It was so crazy. Like
yeah,
my goodness.
it was and you guys probably noticed it
Oh
if
boy.
you were using any of these sites on November 11th. But then also a bunch of Google like smaller Google like products also went down. So it's weird for all of these Google things to go down at the same time. And then Facebook Messenger wasn't working, Reddit wasn't working, GoDaddy went down. I don't know like
And
yeah, GoDaddy it did go down.
yeah, for you guys who don't know what GoDaddy is, it's a place that actually make websites. So the
Yeah,
website maker website went down,
it's
which is
basically
not the best right
yeah,
there.
it's basically where you purchase domains and stuff for your website. So like
Yeah.
you make a
hmm
website and then you want to get your URL, you have to use GoDaddy or some other like platform like GoDaddy to actually get that URL, and you have
But
to pay for it.
if you guys want to sponsor us and you're a URL company that sells URLs, let us know and take you up on
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so wait,
We're always trying to get
there's
sponsorships
some
here.
more things that went down. So Instagram went down.
Mhm.
For games, League of Legends went down. World of Warcrafts went down for a bit. Roblox went down. You can imagine how
Oh
many
no, not the Roblox.
yeah, how many how many little kids would have been pretty angry
I can
about that
always
one.
the YouTubers on Roblox, all
Yeah.
the YouTubers on Roblox, they always blow these stuff out of proportion.
Yeah.
They're like, "Wow, John Doe's back and he hacked down
Oh
the
no.
website. Oh
Oh
my
no,
goodness!" And
guys,
it's really
there's
not
this
that bad.
random user I found, and he's gonna hack everyone in exactly 2 weeks from now.
I know.
It's so
They always
dumb.
have that because I remember when I was younger, I'd fall for them because I was stupid.
Yeah, yeah, me
And
too.
I remember exactly after one of them finished. I think me and Evan at one point I think it was like during the John Doe Jane Doe thingy.
Yeah, it
If you guys
was.
remember those from a while back. Me and Evan were like freaking out, and then we're like staying together at each other's house, sleeping over, trying to because we're gonna fight these hackers one on one. It's like I was in like this like weird obby thing, and then Evan I think was fine asleep because it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. And it was, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. And like it lagged slightly, and I thought that was John Doe. Like, and then the day later, we kept watching YouTube videos. We wanted to get more news about it, and they said, okay, they actually didn't hack them, and then they just made another user and said that was the new hacker, and it's going to hack us in a month or so. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was pretty dumb.
Like they
And
just
then
keep doing that to get views. They just
there was also a whole big thing
oh
with
my.
Robux giving away Robux and stuff, and YouTubers blew
Oh,
that way out of proportion too. Anyways, yeah, there are a lot of interesting
Roblox
things about
YouTubers.
Roblox. Roblox. We could do a whole podcast on just Roblox alone and
Oh
past
yeah,
things that have happened. Like
Roblox community. It's interesting.
yeah. Oh yeah, to say the
So
least.
it's all kids. So then they just clickbait and all that. Like
Yeah.
the ads on there. If you guys ever seen those Roblox ads, oh my goodness, those give me oh Phenom War flashbacks right there. Don't look at those Roblox ads; they're weird. Okay, now I'll let
But
you continue
yeah,
with enough.
anyways, all those sites did go down on the 11th, and we found that kind of interesting cuz well, they went down at different times of the day too. So it wasn't all at the same time. And we know they don't all use the same like computer service and everything. So it's kind of
At least hopefully
interesting.
not,
It
because
was just
that's probably not the best idea.
yeah, oh, definitely not the best idea. But then they also went down at different times of the day, so like it wouldn't make sense if they did use the same ones. So it's interesting. And
Mhm.
I don't know, not much amounted from that, but it definitely made a lot of people angry because they couldn't use a lot of online sites, which, would have been annoying
Mhm.
for a while. Kind of like a power outage. It's not a big
Yeah, I mean,
deal, but
especially stuff like Google Play, because you pay money for these Google Play movies, right?
hey,
So
right. And if
like
you're
you pay
renting
people
them,
money, and then nope, you don't get the service. Oh yeah, if you rented them, oh that would suck a lot.
yeah, that'd be
Imagine being
pretty
like,
bad.
yes, I can finally watch this rented movie. It's a 3 hour long movie. I have 4 hours left to have this movie rented. Let me start watching it. It goes down for 2 hours
That
doing
would
that.
suck.
Oh man, that
Oh,
would
that'd
suck
be so
so
bad.
much. Oh my
Uh,
goodness, it's horrendous.
no.
Oh
That'd be
boy,
terrible.
and yeah, that would really suck for them. I feel bad if that happened to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you.
Yes, we are very sorry. Our
Oh,
deepest condolences.
we're sorry for your money there. Alright, so and good news in this week though, and other than the websites going down, the good news is that the PS5 and Xbox One got released. So those websites went down from the traffic when people went to go buy those new consoles. Probably that did not happen on November 11th. Good thing, because there are two websites right there then. But yeah, so those got released. Another thing I'd just like to add here, guys. But if you want to, and you are planning on getting new consoles, you're not going to use your old consoles anymore, you're always welcome to go donate them to a children's hospital or local hospital like that. And those will be very useful for them, as the kids there will be able to play them then when they're in the hospital. So if you guys want to, I'm just giving that out there. So
Yeah, that's
you're
definitely
welcome to do
something
it.
you should
You're also welcome
consider.
not to do it.
Yeah. You should
Yeah,
consider
that's
that
up to you though. As again,
if you're not gonna use
mhm,
your consoles
they're really
anymore, then
expensive consoles though.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's true.
Yeah, but again, if you don't want to do it either, we all agree it's okay, because they are expensive. You did earn it, so
Yeah.
you know you don't we aren't telling you what to do, but just a suggestion there,
If
guys.
if you want to,
So
then go for it. Like I feel like a lot of people don't realize that
yes,
that's something you
exactly.
can do, right? So,
Yeah, that's why I'm just mentioning it, because I know that I didn't know. And about PS5 now, the PS5 only has 1 terabyte of space, and you can't upgrade it, I've heard. So that's an interesting thing. I personally think that should be plenty of space for most people. But
one
it would also
terabyte is a
suck if you
lot.
did get that maxed out, and then 1 terabyte is a lot of space. But again, like if you did use like 1 terabyte of games, you would probably have at least like $1,000 of games on your game, like your console. So hopefully then you'd be able to pay for another one. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Want to upgrade your space on your PS5? Buy
Buy
another
a new
PS5.
one.
Yay! Let's go. Oh boy.
That is the
So I can't
strat.
answer that one, guys. Strategies. Okay. But yeah, it's 1 terabyte space, but you can't upgrade it. Personally, I wouldn't have an issue with this, but at least I don't think so. At least for the first few years. But after a while, I may have an issue with it. But another thing though is that it's on the Switch. I have an issue with space. Like I always run out of space on my Switch. I'm always buying more and more micro SD cards. Um, but on my but on a PS5, I feel like the games are a bit more bulky in terms of space. Like they're all a bit more big games because it's so much more graphically intense. Since the PS5 can handle that, right? So it kind of does suck in terms of that. Is that the PS4 has the same amount of space, 1 terabyte, that's upgradable, but the PS4 wouldn't take as much space, I wouldn't think, because the games are so much more graphics heavy on the PS5. So it's an interesting thing. You have any thoughts on that, Evan?
Yeah, so 1 terabyte is plenty. I'm assuming most people will never even get close to that amount of space, especially people who are more into physical games. They don't have to worry about this at all. But if you buy digital a lot and you like to buy a lot of games, like a lot, you will have to archive some eventually, which also, if you have a lot, is probably not a big issue. But it is something to think about. And I don't know why they wouldn't make it so you can just pop in an SD card or something. I don't understand why they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do that. But you can't upgrade space. So once you hit 1 terabyte, too bad for you. Go buy a new one, like Boom said earlier. That's basically your
Yep.
only option.
Hopefully, yeah. Or maybe you'd be like, wow, I don't need this game anymore, and donate it to the local hospital. No.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to watch someone else's heart get ripped off when you're fighting them in a war game, and then you also having to get your heart ripped out because you have a heart surgery or something? Oh
No.
goodness, man. Sorry, guys. I should have not mentioned that. Sorry, everyone.
um. Yeah. Maybe.
Next topic.
Next
Okay,
topic.
Evan, switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it, switch it.
Switch it. Okay. So,
Um,
um, Among
okay.
Us, Among Us is coming
Oh.
to Smash. Possibly. I think. Yeah, that's
Well, not even possibly,
oh.
really. But
Okay, that we
I'll
just
just
want
say,
to talk about Among Us coming to Smash possibly. Do you think that or
some people have. Let's just say some people have asked Nintendo to add Among Us into Smash Bros. Now, I think this would be a rather interesting fit. I'm not really sure what powers they would have. You know what I mean? Like the abilities. I feel like
yeah.
like the abilities would be like this: walking fast. Oh my goodness, you can walk. Oh my god, so crazy. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the best, you know, idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, if people really want it, you know, let them do it.
I don't know. I like it might ruin the game. Like you can't just add things, you know. You do Nintendo like doesn't want to add a character or something that might ruin the game or that might be too much of a meme. Like Minecraft Steve already got like enough of a reaction. Like
Oh yeah, no kidding.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they'd have. I think people who are trying to get Nintendo to add them really have no shot. That's just my opinion
Yeah, I
though.
mean, I really do think that these people really just love Smash Bros. And love Among Us way too much. They're like combining them. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to combine everything to get But hey, honestly, I do feel like, as I said earlier, more characters usually isn't the bad thing as long as they can stay balanced. But also, I do think they have to be careful with
Yeah.
what they add. You don't want like a Roblox character coming into
Oh yeah.
Smash Bros.
No,
For
no,
example.
that's going way too
Why did
far.
why did I
That
come up with that?
why
Oh my goodness! I did. Why did I even think of that? Oh my
edit
goodness!
it out,
I'm not
edit
gonna
it
get that
out.
in my mind now.
But
Like Roblox blocks it to the battle or something. Oh my goodness! Oh my! Why did I get that image in my head?
okay,
Oh,
okay,
I'm so
okay.
sorry, guys.
Let's
I'm
just
so.
not think about that cuz no one wants Roblox Smash. To be fair, a lot of the people who
Nope,
play
nope,
Among
no.
Us
Oh boy.
oh my gosh. A lot of the people who play Among
Sorry,
Us
sorry.
don't have a console. Let's be honest. It's mostly a thing where
Mhm.
people just get it on their phone, right? And then like, do I have it downloaded? I don't know. I might have it downloaded. But it's just I think I do. People download it on their phone and never have a console in the first place, and it's like, yeah, it's that sort of thing. So the majority of
Yeah.
people who even care about Among Us don't play it like more than the majority, like 95% I would say.
Mhm.
Also,
Yeah, I don't know. As it's a really good game to play with your friends. Like for instance, I know when I play this Overwatch on the Switch, right? No one plays on Overwatch on the Switch. Like it's a really dead game on Overwatch on the Switch. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't have as much
yeah.
players as let's say Overwatch PC. So because of the queue times take a while, whenever I'm in a group, right, I'll play. Okay, guys, let's play Among Us. When we wait, so we'll play Among Us. So then there's actually are some serious gamers who do it in between queues, or I think even some every now and then some big like esports players for Overwatch League or Overwatch. They will in between games when they're waiting for a game in the queue, since they're so up high in like the ranks, right? It takes a while, right? They'll play it when they wait, and yeah, so it's a good game for that. But again, it's not really the most competitive game, so it does have a lot of casual audience, like Fall Guys, let's
Yeah.
say, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's one of those pandemic games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something that became popular partly because everyone was at home. And now it's still popular, which is kind of
Pushing
interesting. It's like a fad kind of going back to like the whole fidget spinner
on,
ordeal.
yeah. Honestly, honestly, like I'm gonna be honest here. I honestly thought Among Us would have been a lot more dead by now when it got released. But it's honestly still going pretty well, which is rather interesting. Because at one point I got really bored of the game, so I just stopped playing the game for a little bit. I thought a lot of other people would too, but it just never gets boring. So I'm playing again now a lot, and it's like, although it is, it could get boring for every now and then for some periods of time, but it always becomes fun eventually. So it's a pretty good game, honestly. So
Yeah.
and they're always adding more features. Just like this one feature, Among Us, they just and believe it or not, Among Us did not have a Twitter account until now, right? They added a Twitter account, so they made a Twitter account, and they posted a screenshot of a new map they're adding to Among Us. This will be the Among Us's fourth map, and it looks like to be a part of like a cruise ship or something. So that's honestly pretty cool, I think. So don't know, that'll be exciting for all you Among Us fans in the listener audio thingy viewers.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Boom, your camera turned
There you go.
sideways because of like phone auto rotate or something,
Well,
probably.
one
But
second there, guys.
yeah. Anyways, what I think is yeah, Boom's using his phone, so it's kind of like, yeah. Uh,
Sorry, guys.
we're working on our setup. This is the first time using this setup, so it
I'm gonna
won't
be
be
honest,
perfect.
guys. I'll just be honest with the setup here. My computer doesn't have a camera, so it's like either I get no camera or I get phone camera. So, you
Phone
know,
camera is better. Yeah. Anyways, what I think about the
phone
map,
camera's better than none.
Among Us is a pretty big game, obviously, as we've been talking about. So a new map is probably gonna, that casual audience that likes to play it on group calls with their friends or something. They're probably gonna enjoy having a new
Mhm,
map for sure. I think it's good that
mhm.
Among Us is coming out with some new stuff, and of course the Twitter account. Uh, you know, I guess
Very
that's
good for
pretty cool.
advertising.
Yeah, good advertising. I guess that's great that they have a Twitter account now.
Hmm.
Most big games have a
Yeah.
Twitter account, and the fact that this is a big game is honestly kind of sad, but you know, it's fine. It's not terrible. It's just it's I don't know. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Evan has a controversial opinion there. I like it. I really like the game. So, well, other
It
than
might
that,
also
we
just
won't
be
play here.
because I haven't played it that much and I kind of suck at it, but you know.
Oh, after this podcast recording, let's go play it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's we never will play it after this. So hopefully that works well. Did my recording thing just change again? Hopefully it didn't. But yeah, I honestly think a new map is gonna be good because more maps. Okay, I did. The thing is, it turns off automatically because phones do that. They always like to turn off automatically on you. There you go. Now I should be fine again. Hopefully. Maybe. Potentially.
Oh no.
Hopefully I'm back. If I'm sideways, I'm sideways. If I'm upside down, I'm upside down. I'm Australian then. But, oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I'm in. Okay. So, yeah, a new map will be good, I think. I don't see why. It wouldn't be a good thing, really. And, yeah, it's also just help keep people entertained in the game, let's say, right? So,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
plus, I can just
It'll be.
imagine the lobby's going
Yep.
crazy.
There's nothing wrong with adding a new map, so I think, maybe I'll actually get like the game a bit more after this new map. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyways,
We'll encourage
on
Evan to play
that
it. Oh,
topic, we're
I'll
gonna
force him to play.
we're gonna completely shift gears, and Boom's gonna introduce us to this topic. XQC got banned from Twitch.
Yeah. So, there's this thing that Twitch has been doing, right? It's been Twitch Rivals, I think it's called, right? And it's a tournament, right? So usually tournaments are for games that have a competitive audience, and not really for a casual audience, not really for those pandemic games. If you mean, like, imagine a tournament for Animal Crossing, that'd be so stupid. Imagine a tournament for uh, Among Us, yeah, it's stupid. But
That'd be
but
really
Twitch
dumb.
decided to do a tournament, did a tournament in the worst game, the one game that's dead because of cheaters, because the anti-cheat sucks so much. Fall Guys. Fall Guys. So because of this
Oh
tournament,
no.
Felix XUC
Oh
here,
no.
which his name is Felix, so I'll be calling him Felix from now on. He was like, "Whoa, this is a Fall Guys tournament. It's like the dumbest thing ever. If you win, after beating like 1,000 like streamers, you get 2 gifted subs. I think it's like yay, 2 gifted subs. Someone just
Hog
donated me 5
champ.
when I was streaming Fall Guys for 2 minutes. So it doesn't do much for these big streamers, right? So he was like, okay, I'm just gonna cheat on it, right? Twitch got really mad at that because, again, Fall Guys doesn't have a good anti-cheat, so he cheated in it, right? And then Twitch banned him for 1 month. So
Oof.
I'm pretty sure it's been 1 month. So
Yeah, don't do that.
yeah,
Don't cheat. Cheating is bad.
yeah. I
It
mean,
is true.
honestly, I don't think it was fair that he got banned, but they do have rules they have to obey.
Yeah,
Like
why
they
did they
make sure everyone obeys.
I like
Even
maybe
though they don't
one
enforce it to
week?
some people, like Alinity. Yeah,
Maybe one week or like one day or something, but a month? I don't know.
yeah. It's an interesting decision on Twitch's part. Personally, I don't think that was the best choice they could be making right now. But hey, Twitch does gotta enforce its rules, and they are really strict with people streaming cheating in video games. So you
Yeah.
know, gotta
Hmm.
let it happen, or gotta not let it happen. So
At least they're
and
being consistent, right?
yeah, Fall Guys. Yeah, exactly. Because I knew in the past they did have issues with not banning some people, which I thought should have got banned, but hey, whatever. But it's not if they're consistent with it, that's all that matters really, because if people know what they're gonna get for each thing, right? So that's really important in my opinion. So but yeah, again, Fall Guys has not the best anti-cheat. They never had a report feature because they were like, oh, our anti-cheat's so good, we won't need to worry about people cheating in this game. We don't need the report function, which was a mistake. It was like when the Titanic went to go across the ocean, right? And they didn't bring lifeboats because they're like, oh, this thing's unsinkable,
Right,
and then it
right.
sunk. It was
Yeah,
like that, but for video games, which is not the best decision, guys. Let's be
yeah,
honest
for
here.
sure.
So,
By the way, just
oh
cuz
boy,
why not mention it? I just I have my room decorated for Christmas, right? And you can see this if you're on YouTube. I just turned on the lights. I have lights in my room. It's
that's
wonderful. It is pretty
that's
pog.
pretty pog.
Yes.
That is
Anyways,
pretty pog. I'm
last thing we're gonna talk about for today. Zoom released a new thing called Zaps, which is pretty interesting.
which they
Basic.
later, which they later renamed to Zoom apps.
They
Thankfully,
did. They did. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Zoom
yeah.
apps. I looked up Zoom apps and I couldn't find any stuff on it, but yeah. So Zaps was what they originally called it. It's called Zoom apps now. Basically, what
Thankfully,
what it allows you to do is it allows you to have like other windows open inside of Zoom. So like you can have your chat and your participants, but it's like an extension, and you can add like probably like things like monday.com or like spreadsheets from Google and stuff, and you can open that all inside Zoom, and everyone can see that. And I heard they're going to try things like with Kahoots, so you can do Kahoots better over Zoom and stuff. So it's a really interesting idea, and we'll see if it pans out. Hopefully it does, because I think it'd be pretty useful for a lot of people. What do you think, Boom?
Yeah, I think this is a good feature because more features. Again, I'm always more on the more features, the better. For as long as they're good features, like they actually worked hard at implementing them, it doesn't cause conflictions,
Right.
of course.
Like,
But yeah, I think this is a pretty good thing. So hopefully they keep updating it and actually make it good. And thankfully they changed it from Zaps to Zoom apps. Imagine
yeah,
calling
because
it
when I
Zaps. Oh
first
my
heard
goodness.
about it and it was Zaps, I had no idea what it was. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, Zoom apps makes it a lot more clear and I think a lot more professional, which is very needed
Yeah,
for Zoom.
yeah, I agree.
And also, this is also going to be very good for Zoom because I feel like a lot of people may just stop using Zoom once the pandemic is done, right? So
Yeah, that's
it's a
another
really good
thing.
thing that,
Yeah, because a lot of
yeah, if they
people
actually add features to make them more yes, I'll let you go.
Yeah, a lot of people just started using Zoom because, they had to go virtual, and Zoom seemed, well, everyone was using Zoom. I don't know if it was the best option. I do like a lot of the I like how they have the whiteboard screen sharing. I like the features, so I think that's why most people went with it. And obviously Zoom has since updated a lot, and it's much better software now than it even was back in March. And they keep coming up with new things, and I think, especially since a lot of people are starting to get out of lockdowns, although I think we're going to be going back into some more soon um in a lot of places, but you know, they're trying to keep popularity with the platform. And I mean,
Yeah.
there are a lot of reasons people would use it even if they're not like completely virtual or locked down. Like people like if you want to talk to your friend or a group of friends who you don't live near or something like that, it's very useful for lots of different things. So them and for businesses and stuff. So the fact that they're adding these new applications, I think what Boom said will definitely keep a lot of interest and keep people still using the software just because it makes it easier for them in a lot of
Hmm.
cases. Um even if they're not necessarily staying stuck at home and everything. And also, I think it'll give them a good edge up on Microsoft Teams and Google Meet, which have been competitors. I've never used Microsoft Teams before. I've heard it's pretty good. Google Meet, though, I have used a number of times, and the features aren't quite as great. Like, it doesn't have as many features, and it is a newer platform. It
Yeah.
was launched in like May or something, but it doesn't have as many things as Zoom. So by Zoom adding even more like different features, I think they're definitely going to keep a lot of popularity and keep a lot of people actually using their software.
Yeah, I would agree with that mostly. Again, they have more competition now because of, you know, where people are like, wow, this is a big market. So, open up really
Yeah,
quickly. So
yeah.
it became a really low market into a really big market pretty fast. So because of that, there's a lot more competition. So it's good that Zoom's adding all these new features. And yeah, I think that's good.
I do
What's
think
the time
Zoom
right now?
has to be a bit careful with their business choices because eventually it will be a pretty dead platform again. Like once
Yes.
everything's over, people will not at all be using it to the extent that they are. But yeah,
I feel like that is very true as well. Especially you said the casual market may take it. I don't think many casual people would do it because it takes a bit while to set up meetings and stuff. More casual people just use Discord, hop into a voice chat. There's, you don't need to set up as much stuff. I feel like on Discord and like even
that is
Instagram.
true.
House
That
Party
is
is actually
true.
a pretty decent one too. Because I know a lot of people who actually really want to use House Party, which is it's an interesting place. I never used it. I don't think
Yeah,
I
I
ever will,
don't.
but hey, it's interesting. So
What I
Yeah.
like, I've used Zoom before for a couple casual things. It is I would disagree where you said it's hard to set up meetings. You just have to, I mean, it is a bit more work than like just having everyone hop in a Discord server, because you have to start it and then send out the link, but other than that, it's not too difficult unless you're like setting up a bigger business or like education meeting, in which case you'd actually like want to spend a bit more time setting everything up properly. But if you're just gonna like make a meeting with some friends, it's not a very difficult to set it up, I would say.
Yeah, every now and then I've used Zoom for casual, but again, I try my best not to, and I usually would prefer using a different platform. So,
I do like
especially
Discord better
since,
for sure.
yeah, it's it's rather interesting. But honestly, Discord would be really good even for without like even for professional if really need it. It's just that Discord now has that stereotype of that it was made for gamers, right? So,
Yeah,
but they're really
yeah.
trying to not brand themselves with that, which I think is a really good thing. As I could just imagine how much simpler it would be if you just used Discord from the start of the pandemic. I wouldn't have to download anything, which would be a good thing. I would
Yeah,
need
for
not needed
sure.
to set up an
Discord,
account on that thing. The security was a lot better on Discord because security is always an issue with Zoom.
yeah, in
They've lied
Discord.
about end-to-end encryption for years to their
Oh
users.
yeah. Right,
So
right. But like yeah, security was
it's
definitely a
interesting.
problem on Zoom. Discord is obviously a lot more because you're using servers and you can manage who's in those servers and everything much more easily. And then you don't have to send out a new meeting ID every time and blah blah blah, all these things. So I think Discord would have a better option, although Discord didn't have a lot of the features that it has now that would allow doing online classes over Discord easy and stuff. So since it's added a lot of features, like since March, there's been a
They
ton
did
of new
actually.
stuff. And now like it
Yeah.
would be feasible to use it for those sorts of things. And I think
Yes, I do. I would have to agree with you.
if Zoom
Like
had
at the
those
beginning,
things, if they had those things at first, then I think a lot of people would have actually used Discord.
yeah, I would agree with you on that. I feel like at the beginning it wasn't the best opportunity, and Zoom was better. But now I feel like for sure Discord is probably better, safer, and everything. Plus, then you can even create a community. Like you could create a whole community in a Discord. Like you could keep it the server open so you guys could all connect to each other. So like let's say you have a scroll group, like your school classroom, you guys can actually connect each other on that Discord server nicely, which would have been nice,
Exactly.
and everything.
That would have
So
been really helpful. Well, thank you
I feel like it would have
guys.
been a lot better.
Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Thank you
Yep.
guys for
Let's do.
watching this seventh installment of the BBQ Podcast with me, Eve Van Ten, where we actually have videos now on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. And with
Boom. What's up, guys?
yes, Boom
Again,
BQ
video
now
vlog.
has a new laptop, so he can run OBS again, which means there might be a new video coming
Yes.
out soon.
We've been saying that for months now.
But
So
this
far.
time, this time there might actually be.
Yeah, if you guys are good with OBS, well, let me know because I'm having a few issues. So if you do want to let me know about that, I'm in Evan's Discord server. Just message me, guys. DMs are always open, pretty much.
Yes.
So
Don't
yeah, just
forget to
DM me.
join the Discord too. Links in the description if you're on YouTube, and Twitch. And yeah, go subscribe, follow all that stuff. The next 8th episode and final episode of the season of season 1 will be out in a couple of weeks, and then after that, we will be working on some new changes for season 2, and we'll tell you guys later when season 2 will be coming out. So thank you guys for watching this episode, and we'll see you next time. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel at EEVAN10 on YouTube. That's EEVAN10 on YouTube. You can also find my Twitch channel with the same username. And don't forget to go subscribe to BBQ as well. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay. How are you guys doing today? This is the post commentary section for the BBQ Podcast. It is me, Evan, here with you guys today. I'll be hosting uh these short 15 to 20 minutes because Boom is not able to make it today, unfortunately. So, uh there are a few things that we can talk about related to the podcast just now. I'm realizing that my sound is coming through mono. Oops. Let me fix that quickly. I am sorry for all of you who had to endure that, all you headphone users. But there we go. Fixed it. Okay. So yeah, I did play Minecraft just solo on a new survival server that we have going for the gameplay. We ran out of time for gameplay again. Just a bit of a busy weekend, and we didn't record the podcast until Saturday, which was usually a bit late for us. So, and then Boom was gone today, so I just recorded by myself. Anyways, we might get back to the other server sometime. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you around the server if you were watching that while we were doing the podcast. Also, let us know what you think about having the video available now. So there were a couple times I messed up video and sound. That's because I was doing it live while we were recording. Just it saves like so much time. So yeah. And I messed it up a couple times. I'll get better at it. But yeah, that's kind of how we recorded it. Yeah. Anyways, also let me know if you like the new overlay that I set up for the podcast because obviously we can't fit two video things on the screen at one time. So let me know down in the comments below or in the chat right now if you're on Twitch. I think on Twitch you can actually like post comments on VODs like later. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't remember. Anyways, guys, don't forget you can ask us questions in the Discord server if you want us to answer any questions during this post commentary period. That is something that we do. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Um oh, what was I gonna talk about? That is a good question. Oh boy, it is rough doing this solo, but I'm going to get through it. So, also, yeah, sorry that the podcast started a bit late and kept like stopping and starting. I was having problems with stuff not working. I fixed it now, so we're good. Anyways, also let us know in the comments whether you want us to keep doing Rocket League or Minecraft or whatever. Just so we know what you guys are more interested in for the background gameplay. Um, like we'll do whatever you guys are more interested in. 'Cause why not, right? Might as well. So during the podcast, we actually talked about a number of things during that podcast, and I was surprised that we actually made it through everything. And there was one thing that we forgot to talk about that we might end up talking about next time, but I'm gonna talk about it briefly right now. Dream was accused of faking a speedrun. Uh, so like splicing speedruns together and everything. If you follow along with my YouTube channel, I'm sure you're more acquainted with speedrunning, so you have a better idea of what that all entails. But yeah, he was accused of splicing runs together. In which case I don't think he would actually be the world record holder. And of course, splicing runs is a very bad thing. Obviously, Dream is really good at the game. But yeah. So I just know he's been accused of that. I haven't really looked into it for myself. Um, again, I've never spliced runs. Don't worry, guys. That's why my times are so bad. But yeah, it's it's not good. We'll see what happens with that. If he wasn't actually splicing runs. It's awesome. Then he's a great world record holder. I think Dream's really good at the game. Obviously, he almost beat Technoblade, so that's how you know you're good. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of the situation on that right now, as far as I'm aware. Um, I think that's about it. That's really all the stuff I want to cover. Also, let us know what you think about. I don't know if I said this before. Let us know what you think about the video, because I put some time in this week to get everything set up so we could have video. And I also put some time in to get better audio quality set up. And once season 2 rolls around, Boom should also have. You guys know him as Boom. Boom should also have better audio quality. So, season 2, we're looking at some great new improvements. Might as well talk about this now. It will start in the new year. I think February is when we're planning to start season 2. And we'll see how long that season runs. But I am working on a number of things to make season 2 better, or even better than this season. So definitely stay tuned for some of that stuff. We are pretty excited about the podcast, and how it's going. And thank you all for actually listening. And yeah, keep sharing it, because each every 2 weeks when we release a new podcast, we're getting new viewers, and it's awesome. So yeah, we definitely thank you guys a lot for that, or new listeners, I guess, on most of the platforms. And yeah, we did get on Apple Podcasts a while ago, which is really big for us. So obviously, we're pretty happy about how everything's been going with the podcast. So keep on sharing it. Help us to get discovered by more people. And yeah, there's one other thing I want to say about season 2 that we're working on. Uh, you know what? I think I'll just try to keep most of the season 2 stuff sort of secretive now. And then we'll let you guys know a bit more later on. So yeah, keep a little bit of suspense. But if you do have any suggestions for the future season, letting us know would be great. Oh yeah, that's what so we're planning on adding on Anchor. There's already like a segment thing where it has intro and outro. We're planning on like dividing each thing in each section that we talk about, each topic. We're planning on dividing it into segments. So you guys, and we'll put timestamps down below and everything, so you guys can easily find a certain spot in the podcast that you want to check out. So that'll be starting season 2 if you are interested in that. Yeah, we're pretty excited about getting these new features and just quality of life sort of updates out there for you guys. So it makes it easier for you guys to find what you're actually interested in and listen to that. So I'll be on Anchor and on YouTube, and on Twitch, I guess. You'll have the timestamps down below. The other platforms don't provide that the same, but yeah, we'll also have like podcast or segment transition music that we're gonna work on. It'll just be a little short thing, but yeah, it'll be in between segments. So yeah, we're working on a number of things to improve it. Again, let us know down below in the comments if you have anything else to say, or in the Discord server, which is also linked down below in the description. So don't forget to check those things out. And I think that's about it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can go subscribe to BBQ. Both are linked in the end screen. Will be linked in the end screen of the video. And share the links on Spotify and all the other platforms for the podcast. The last episode of the season, episode 8, will be out in 2 weeks. And then we will have a bit of a break before season 2 comes out. So thank you guys for watching, and me and BBQ will see you guys in the next one.